Hello, freaks and freakettes. It's Valentine's Day. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Belinda. I'm happy to see you back. I appreciate it so much. Don't forget to please hit like, subscribe, share maybe, and the notification bell. So every time I post a new video, you'll know. All right, so what did you do today on Valentine's Day? Well, to me, I was supposed to scan a bunch of comic books for my partner. I didn't do that. I kind of just lazed around today. Got great news about Aiden's puppy, that she's been found. It's all good. And I'm just taking a little break before I complete supper. So let's talk about Valentine's Day a little bit. What does it mean to you? Most of my life, Valentine's Day to me was such a commercialized thing. And it was also a reminder every single year when I was young, for sure, when you're in school, that you don't have a partner. I don't want to say partner. You don't have a boyfriend and girlfriend, and what a loser you are, right? No one's knocking on your classroom door with flowers or candy or whatever else they pay, and roses, one little rose. I hated that. Hated that time of year when people would do that. I mean, the people that were in relationships loved it. They couldn't wait, but it was just another one of those things where you wanted to hide underneath your chair for sure. I did anyway. And what else does Valentine's Day mean? It can mean a lot of great things, especially when you're new in a relationship. But I mean, I guess the point I'm thinking is the pressure that it may put on people to do something. And if you don't do it, then you don't care for your person or love your person the way societal or norms or society feels, or people that talk to you know or feel that you should or they should, right? Because we ask each other, what'd you do on Valentine's Day? Where you go? Oh, I did nothing. Oh, you don't do anything? No, I don't believe in that stuff. You'd have to talk like that. But it is nice to show that gesture if you are with someone. It is nice. I know my daughter, she works at Shoppers Drug Mart in Halifax, and she got all her makeup all done for Valentine's Day, and she sent me some pictures. It was really nice. And they went out to eat, and they take care of each other that way. Her and her gal, they have a great time in the city, trying new restaurants and places that where they can eat, and it's good for them. It's really good for them. So Trevor and I plan on going out tomorrow. We figured everywhere would be busy today, so we decided we weren't doing that today, or it was more me deciding I didn't want to do that today because I don't like crowds of people and stuff. So that's what we're doing. So I'm just going to take a little look-see into the booksy and see what it says about Valentine's Day. Just hold up. So this is a different book. And February 14th, it says a love song. Some love songs touch us in the depths of our lover's heart. Some melodies penetrate the depths of our being. These songs remind us of the love in our lives and the love that remains in our hearts. Today I listen to the love songs that move and touch me deeply. That's nice. Just a brief little few sentences that speak to reminding us about who's in our lives, who we love. And it doesn't have to be it's not lovers always. Although I did say that to my kids growing up, because I'd say there's no gifts. I don't give gifts on Valentine's Day. People who are boyfriend and girlfriend, whatever, they give gifts. I don't give that to my children. Anyway, that's what I used to tell them and still did. But sometimes I sneak something, but not something that I wanted them to expect. So let's look at this one. February 14th in this book. Today's a special day celebrated by lovers in the United States. The heart is a symbol which we've seen in the stores for weeks. Sweethearts send each other cards, flowers, candy. We call friends and relatives to say, "Hey, I'm thinking of you." We care for each other in a special way on this day. My dad used to call sometimes, and well, pretty much every year I talked to him either before, on, or after Valentine's Day, and he'd say, "What did you guys do? Did you guys do anything special?" I miss that. Oh gosh, we care for each person in a special way and on this day. We make an effort to be nice to strangers and friends, and in short, the day is dedicated to love. Why only one day a year? Why is it only February 14th? I can strive for 2 days and then 3 days and so on. In the past, I was afraid to show love for fear of rejection. Absolutely. It is not as hard as it used to be. I have seen how necessary love is to me. So, how necessary is love? To me, I would say most people strive for a relationship their entire lives. Most people. I'm not saying all people. But it can make and break you sometimes. People really struggle finding a healthy relationship, one that adds to your life and does not take away from your life. And a measurement scale that my dad would say would be, if it takes more from your life than it gives, then it's not good. So that's a good kind of a scale, really. Nothing's perfect. You're never going to find a perfect situation. But you don't want to lose yourself where yourself doesn't matter, and your enjoyment and your stress and importance doesn't matter, because life is too short, right? You guys got to make both of yourselves important and care about the other person's happiness and stress levels and interests, and show that, and not just on Valentine's Day, and every day, just a little bit. It only takes a small little gesture, a small little thing. I don't know where I've seen this. It's probably social media, because that's where I see most of my things. However, I seen this little clip, and the mother, or I read something anyway, I visualized it, I don't know. Anyway, the story goes like this, or the little share or whatever goes like this. I just thought about it when I was talking. You don't know what comes through my mind sometimes, or goes through my mind. There's a family sitting at the table, and the wife cooked up this meal, and the kids are there, and the dad, and the wife, she's serving up the meal and everything, and they eat the meal. The young fella, he looks down on his meal, and he looks up at his dad, and he's watching his dad eat, and he's trying to eat his meal, but things were quite burnt. For an example, the toast for the breakfast was burnt. His wasn't too bad, but he watches his dad's was quite burnt. And his dad just buttered it up and put, his jam on it, whatever. Ate it. They had a conversation. Everything was good. His dad finished. His mom went in the kitchen. Little fella's mom went in the kitchen and started cleaning up and tidying up after breakfast. And the little fella said to his dad, "Did you like breakfast?" His dad said, "Yeah, it was good." And the little fella said, "You like burnt toast?" And he said, "I love everything your mom makes." And the little fella said, "So why didn't you tell Mom it was burnt? Why did you eat it?" And the dad said something like, if I remember correctly, I love everything your mom makes because she made it with love. And so isn't it better that I just enjoy it instead of making her feel bad by bringing it up? So something along those lines, and I know I'm not getting it right. I know it because it doesn't sound as good coming from me. I wish I knew what it was, but anyway, it's just those little things, that someone can do for another. Like he didn't make a big deal of it. He knew she was rushing around trying to get things ready, get kids off to school, and it was better to just let it go. And we do those things all the time for each other. And because if you do sweat the small stuff all the time and have to talk about every little thing, it doesn't do good. You feel like you're being scrutinized, or you're not measuring up, or whatever, right? So it's something little to think about. Try not to sweat the small stuff in relationships. And another thing is, all the small stuff stuff. If there's a bunch of small stuff that is really causing you a lot of grief all the time, look deeper and think deeper, because usually it's not the small things, it's a bigger thing that you're just not addressing, or you're trying to ignore, right? So think about that. Is it really the small stuff? Because at the beginning of relationships, do you really notice them so much? Not so much. But as time goes on, and maybe needs are not met or whatever, those little things really just can really get to you. So look at that. It might be a little bell that says, hey, I got to look at this relationship. Is it healthy for me? Is it good for me? Anyway, happy Valentine's Day. Don't eat too much chocolate. Enjoy that Chinese food and flowers or whatever you do. All right. Bye, folks. Thank you.